All right, first things first, I absolutely love this truck so far. It's great. I took it to a race this weekend, set it up box stock, threw some double D's on it, and went racing. And I pulled third with it. I think I would have got second, but I had some weird setting issues going on with my ESC that I was playing around with before the race, which wasn't smart. Um, but I did find two things that I really wasn't happy with the truck. They're very simple fixes. One's about $15. The other one is going to cost you about $3 or $4. But I think both of them are a must. The first thing I want to talk about is going to be with the body. So the thing that I noticed with this body is, or with this truck, is that up front here, you've got these bolts that stick out, and they stick out pretty far. So as you're driving around, or if you bump something, this is just rubbing on the inside of your body here and just rubbing like the paint off. It's eventually going to rub holes in it, and if you hit something really hard, it's probably going to crack. So these were sticking out, and I just painted this body up, and you can see even what it did here. Like, it just, when I hit something, that is going to make a mess of the body if you leave it the way it is stock, where you have four of these just bumped out. I don't know what the reason was for them doing that. I don't like it. But yeah, so that scratched up the body really bad. So what I did was I went to Ace Hardware and I got these ones here. I was looking for the button head ones, but when the button head ones are in, they actually stick out a little far here, and they didn't have button head ones that were long enough, so I went with what they had, and I'm glad I did, because these sit just about flush in here when you tighten them down, and you can tighten them down until it stops. I don't think you're going to strip this if you're doing it by hand, and it kind of just sits into the plastic. Like, it's very hard to feel anything when you're running your finger around this. You can feel a little bit on some of them, but I don't think the body's going to run around like that and have a problem there with that. So that would be the first little mod to do this truck, in my opinion, and then take some Velcro on the soft side and stick it to the back of your body here and run it facing that way, so as this is rubbing around, it's just not destroying your body. So obviously that's a relatively easy thing to fix for a few dollars, maybe $5. The second thing is these little guys here on the sway bar. They're called sway bar bushings. Maybe they're called sway bar bearings. I don't know what they're called. But when you're putting this thing together, it is very hard to get these things into the hole, male and a female, tighten those down and it not cock on you. And then they just feel like if you tighten them too much, they always cock. And then it just makes it hard to get that thing smooth, your sway bar, and feel like those are still in there. So I was in a forum and somebody said that the e-buggy and e-truggy bushings will fit this perfectly, and they're about 15 bucks, so I ordered those. I don't have them yet. They might actually come today, but you want to replace these with that part. I'll put the part number in the description for it, and they're about $15, and they actually have bearings in them that spin, and I thought that was pretty cool too. So that maybe isn't a must. I think it is, because if that pops off when you're racing, your truck's going to feel really sloppy, and it's really the only weak point that I've seen in this thing. Somebody else, I'll put a third thing that may be a thing, it may not be a thing. I haven't had the issue yet, but people have said these Tekno body mount holders here are pretty weak. So, one guy said, yeah, but that's a good thing, because if you land really hard, that will snap and it won't tear your body up. That's like 70 bucks. So I went ahead and ordered a few of these to throw in my race box, so if that happens to me, and I kind of fall into that camp where I'd rather this snap than cracking my body or something like that. So I'm going to leave these ones. Some people have moved to Arma, and they say they don't break as easy. So if you're a basher, you might want to get some Arma ones, but I'm going to stick with the Teknos for now, and I'm glad that they're going to snap, hopefully, when I land hard enough to crack my body. So maybe that's three things, but two main things is, you know, you want to kind of flush this out here, and then I would definitely get the metal ones of these with the bearings in it. In my opinion, that's going to be the way to go. So, but yeah, it's an amazing truck. Coming from a Slash Ultimate that I've been racing for the last year, and I just started racing this X-Ray here. I actually had more fun racing this than the X-Ray. Just the way it handles, it literally feels like it's almost underpowered because you can drive it so well. So you can drive it at like 9/10 or 10/10 and feel super comfortable with it. So go grab yourself one of these, and I'll definitely do those mods.